Okay, we're going to try this. I'm going to speak really loud, and I'm going to see if this works. Today is Thursday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth. I learned something when it's raining. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I learned something in the last part one of my self-awareness summer, and that is I do not do well when I put physical and mental, emotional activities on the same day as writing. So what I did this week was I took Sunday and Monday sort of off to get some housework done. I sanded the deck, and I planted some plants, replanted some plants for the front porch, and cleaned up the house a little bit, did some dishes, did some things. Thank you, Buffalo Roads. Did some things that needed to get done that helped me mentally clear my brain so that I can actually do writing, or those things just hang over me. And Buffalo Roads again. So Tuesday was great. I got some writing done, not a lot, a little bit. I did a test and wrote in the afternoon, and while watching the news, it didn't go so well. I mean, it was fine. I got some words. It was a good test. It was a great test, but I didn't get a lot of words. Big surprise. I don't do well multitasking. Wednesday was great. I did a stream. It went fine. It was good. I got some productive work done there. And then I did a little bit of Sims in the afternoon, got some house stuff done, got some responsibilities done. Now we are on Thursday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth. And today I decided to load my calendar up with all of the things that I need to get done. So the morning starts off with I have to get some blood work done. Since I'm a new diabetic, blood work is happening like every 6 months now to make sure that I'm doing okay, and I'm not. It's going to be a little high, just like it was a little high the last time. So we're going to have a conversation next week with the doctor, and that's not going to be great. And it's all my fault. It's because I've been eating carbs, because I've been depressed, and we're working on it. Okay. Then after the blood tests, I have to come back and go to therapy. And then I have to go, after therapy, I have to go back out and I have to do the grocery store. And then I think we're going to get Taco Bell today, which is not good. It's very bad. It spikes my blood sugar. But, you know, we're out. I don't want to cook today. Then I'm going to come back home, and I'm going to do a test and see, after all of these things, can I sit down and write? I don't think I can. I think my brain is going to be like, oh, all this shit was going on. So today will be an interesting test. The last time I tried it, it did not work. So I'm going to try it again. Just got to keep being persistent and keep trying it. So I am going to now turn you around, let you see farmland for a little while, and I will get back to you after my blood tests. Okay, bye. All right, got my blood draw. It's like 150, which is honestly the perfect timing for me to grab something and go to therapy. Okay, at therapy with 13 minutes to spare. So, yeah, I had a little something to eat, some chicken strips, protein. And now I'm going to go spill my guts to my therapist. She's a lovely, lovely woman, and she's probably going to, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you when I come out. Okay, let's put this down here and let's bring this. And okay, let's go therapize. That was a fun therapy lesson. Lesson? Yeah, it kind of was a lesson. All right. Out of therapy. We might have to start this in a minute. Let me get out of this driveway. All right. Therapy. Honestly, I expected it to be a little less emotional, to be perfectly honest, because I've been doing good. I'm doing this whole self-awareness summer thing. I'm doing pretty good. I got the decks done, and well, not done, started, and I got the plans done, and I'm paying attention to my calendar, and I'm doing pretty good with these things. The rain is probably blowing this out. I'll talk about it later if it is. Anyways, I expected things to be a little more positive, to just be sitting here chit-chatting about how the day's been good or the week's been good. It's actually been probably 2 weeks since I saw her last. And somehow we then moved on to the 2 moments in my life where I realized nobody was going to come and save me. No, my parents weren't going to save me from, things. Teachers weren't going to save me. Nobody was going to come and save me as a child if I needed help. And I just, oh my God, the tears. I'm sitting here bawling in her office going, where the hell did this come from? And it was good. It was good. It was kind of needed. Like, it's always sort of sat in the back of my head. And it was a nice way to put together that I'm making time for myself now. I am making time to do things I want to do, to pay attention to the things, like how I can fit those things into my schedule, and doing things that make me proud. And it's kind of like this. I had read some book about reparenting yourself, and it was sort of a revelation to realize that I am saving me. I am doing what I can to save myself. And that, Buffalo Roads, that is a little liberating. Not liberating, it takes a little bit of the pressure and the fear off to understand that I can save myself. That I know nobody else is going to save me, but that's okay. because I can save myself. And shit, I'm gonna cry again and I can't because there's a car turning and I don't want to hit them. Okay, all right, they're gone. Um, anyways, so it was a good therapy lesson. I don't know if I'm gonna put this in the actual video. It'll be interesting. Um, okay, so I did the blood test this morning. I did therapy, and now it is grocery shopping and some errands. Stop it. There's just a whole like row of potholes. It's just insane. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you know what? You're listening to the rain. You might as well see it. So let's do a little turnaround. Thank you for coming with me to therapy, even though you weren't there, you know? Yeah. I'm a little uncertain why he needed to help. It was fantastic that he helped. What a nice young man. But the peer pressure to do it quickly increases, and I think he knows that. Nice young man. But now I have a few smushed things. And that, you know, at least it's not the bread or the egg. I don't know if I smushed the eggs. That would suck. Okay, so here's what's going on. I've got a couple more errands to run. I'm not taking you with me because they're personal. And then I'm gonna grab some Taco Bell and I'm going to do the drive home without you because I would like to listen to the rest of the Murderbot book that I borrowed from the library. Not the first one, it's like the 7th book or something like that. And it's due tomorrow, so I would like to finish it very quickly. So enjoy. I will see you when I see you. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. I don't know. Bye. That sounded so rude. Oh my word. No, we're not doing that. Okay, I will see you when I see you. Oh my God. I almost just pressed start streaming. Okay, let's start. I am terrified. Yeah, that's an accurate word. I am terrified of dictation. Why? I don't know. I don't know. But I've gone the entire half of June avoiding dictation when I said that was one of my top things that I actually wanted to do this month. But I'm terrified. So, what I decided was to make my environment as comfortable as I could. So I've got my soft pink lights and it's dark in one corner and the camera probably is having a freaking hell of a time making this work right now. But I'm trying to make it comfortable for me. This is my little cocoon. Let's try dictating for once, just once. Let's try dictating. So, yeah, I I think the problem is I'm scared to talk. Like talking right now. I'm talking right now. But apparently I can't talk and write in front of cats. So that seems silly. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I am testing writing through dictation at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is part of my self-awareness summer thing where I'm trying to figure out when is the best time to write, when am I most creative, what way do I want to just type, do I want to dictate, what do we want to do? So this is my test for 1 o'clock in the morning, dictation. I am going to now set up. Here is the thing. Here is the thing. Okay. See this screen behind me? Yep, that TV that's flickering and probably driving you frickin' crazy. I'm sorry. But this is what I thought of. I am going to dictate. And you can see it is moving behind me when I talk. So I'm not going to do the audio, but you can see that I'm actually saying something. And I'm really sorry if you can't read it. That was kind of intentional because I'm a little nervous, terrified. So I'm going to delete all that now because that I don't want that in my short story. So I'm going to delete that and then I'm going to start doing my own and I can get pretty far away. I can get pretty far away and it's still going. So what I'm going to do is I am going to turn on some music. My iPad's over here. That's where you'll see the music. I'm going to turn on some music. I'm going to stretch out the microphone. I'm going to get myself some space and I'm just going to try and speak what I want the story to be. I hope this goes okay. All right. I'm going to delete that now. I have absolutely no idea how long that was. I will put it up on the screen somewhere, something. But, oh shit, stop. But that had to be because I've only been recording for 17 minutes. And I did that whole opening thing and that wasn't even very good. So there's going to be edits cutting down. So, I'll put something. Anyways, that short period of time, I got the same amount of words that I get typing in an hour, a little bit over an hour. So 10 minutes maybe dictation equals 80 minutes of writing, typing. These aren't good words though. These are not good words. These are like mushy, bottom of the trash bin, really bad disposable words. But that's okay. It's something on the page. It gives me something to work with, massage and move around. I don't know if I like this, but I'm going to keep trying. Okay. See you later, because I don't want the camera on me anymore. It's making me nervous. So yeah.
Meteorologist Brianna Ruffalo joins us in studio with more on the severe weather threat. Bree?
Yeah, that's right. Millions of Americans are facing a dangerous start to the work week, with temperatures in some areas set to soar into the triple digits. The heat is also expected to put serious stress on a large chunk of the nation's power grid. This morning, more than 150 million Americans are on alert for extreme heat.
It's 100+ degrees in Vegas, but I think I'm sweating more from the humidity here in Philly.
From the Midwest to the East Coast, feel like temperatures are expected to top 100 degrees. D.C. could feel like 109 today. Some school districts in the Northeast switching to half-day schedules. The demand for electricity with ACs blasting is expected to hit the highest level in 14 years.
Okay, heat wave update. First, I'm going to say never buy a mobile home. Just don't. It will keep you house poor. It will suck every penny and every ounce of positivity out of your life. Just don't do it, okay? Just don't. Do not buy a mobile home. Just saying. All right. It is 86 degrees in my living room and the rest of the house. I have put up blackout curtains everywhere. I even managed to put a blackout curtain in the skylight. The mudroom doesn't have any curtains, but it has shades. And then my mother's bathroom skylight does not have a curtain. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that one. So yeah, 86 degrees in the living room, kitchen, the rest of the house. It is about 84 degrees in my bedroom. It might be 83. I might have come down just a tiny bit. So I'm on shower number 2 of the day. It is Monday. I am completely and entirely unable to think in this heat. It's just not possible. I can't. I cannot function in this heat. So I'm going to spend the day watching The Marvelous Miss Maisel because Prime expires tomorrow for us and we are not renewing it. It would be lovely, but and I'm going to do some research on air conditioners because clearly my master AC unit is just giving up the ghost. So I think we might move to window units, maybe just 2 window units in the bedrooms. I don't know. It's just wow, hot. And the humidity is like 70 something. So the real feel is in the mid 90s. And that is just like, I come from Los Angeles. So I had dry heat. I grew up with dry heat. Holy shit, this is not dry heat. This is moist heat. This is oppressive heat. I can't cook. Eating a lot of salads. Yeah, that's good. Salads are good. All right, I'm going to stop now because I am dripping from the shower and I'm probably going to have to go take shower number 3 in a few minutes. So, yeah. Yeah. June, self-awareness summer. Heat is a trigger for me. How do I fix the heat situation? Well, climate change gets worse. Well, everything breaks. The world is on fire. I don't know. It is as hot as the third circle of hell today. Third circle, like not quite the second, definitely worse than the fourth circle of hell. It is solidly third circle of hell. So I decided, you know what? Let's I can't think. I can't do anything. It is just unbearable. So I figured let's play The Sims. And so I'm playing the Very Veggie Legacy Challenge from Little Simsy. Little Simsy. She's adorable. This is so much fun. And I had this adorable lesbian couple, Callie and Helia, and I was like, oh my God, you guys are so cute. Let's have babies. Let's get this going. And then I thought, well, hey, let's have babies at the same time. So one had a baby, and then a week later, the other one had triplets. 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 It was on a ley line. I forgot about that. So now I have 4 very, very young, very dirty
very challenging babies, and it's driving me crazy. I have one that has made its way to a toddler, and the other three are so close to being toddlers, and I can't decide if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is that going to be worse? God, I don't know. And my poor adorable lesbian couple, we had to move in her brother because we could not take care of these children. They were outnumbered like by double. It was crazy. So I brought in her brother to help, and he is no help at all. He just wants to be outside. That's, brothers. And so my lesbian couple, who is absolutely adorable with the dirtiest little nasty ass trash or toilet right now. Ew, like ew. Anyways, they are ready to kill each other. They're ready to have a divorce. They're just done. Okay. I'm going to go play. I'm going to go see if I can't fix all this before they age up. Anyways, I'm having a lot of fun, even though it's hot. So, yeah. The Very Veggie Legacy Challenge. Hey, look, it's the TV season premiere. Let's go watch it. Hey, look, I'm dyeing my hair. Why? June has sucked. June has sucked. Sucked. I'll talk about it later, but I'm going to do some self-care. I'm going to put eye patches on because I've got freaking dark circles that could, I don't know what they could do. Suck you into another abyss or something. I don't know. I'm dyeing my hair. I'm going to do my nails. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to feel better. And then I'll come back and we will have a conversation about June. All right. Yeah. Why can't I look at the little green dot? I don't know. It's intimidating. That little dot's just saying, stare at me. I gotta go. Hey, look at that. I painted my nails. It's Murderbot mid-century themed. Yeah. And they're kind of bumpy. Yeah. All right, let's get going. It is Tuesday, July 1st, and we have come full circle. I am going back to the grocery store, and you might be asking yourself, hey, Tuesday, July 1st, what happened to the rest of June? Yeah, I'm asking myself the same thing. What happened in June? Adversity. A pile of adversity. I just, if I had answered this question a couple of days ago, I would have been very, very negative. But I've done a little bit of video editing since then, and I'm starting to feel kind of proud about what I got done before we had our heat dome. So I've come to the conclusion that it's okay, it's fine. This is just another trigger that I need to accommodate for. I will get air conditioners. It will get resolved. Not quickly, though. We have to save up for the air conditioners. So, yeah. So I've got to figure out, in the meantime, how am I going to deal with this? Because the problem that I particularly have is I have hyperhidrosis, which it comes from my diabetes, which is basically where I can't regulate my body temperature very well. I sweat excessively and I get overheated very easily. So I need to find a way to work around it. And I've been, misting myself with cool air, and we've got blackout curtains everywhere, and we're trying very hard to make it work. The windows are open in the middle of the night when it's a little bit cooler. I'm trying to figure out ways to work around it until we get the air conditioners. And I think that's just another thing that I need to figure, because the problem that happens, I'm talking in circles right now, right? Yes. Okay. The problem that happens is I hit a chunk of adversity, and that triggers off sort of a little bit of anxiety, and then that triggers depression, and then that triggers me eating poorly, and then that triggers me my blood sugar going up, which then triggers the anxiety again, and I just start this downward spiral, and it's ridiculous. So I need to find a way to cut that off, or recognize it and then cut it off before it starts to spiral. I'm thinking about doing these morning meetings where I just sit down with myself and look at my calendar sort of every morning and for the next couple of days, and try and figure out how can I accommodate for maybe heat waves that are coming up. And so we'll see. I'll try and make that work. I need to be more conscientious. And while I didn't want to be a slave to my schedule, it's quickly becoming that I'm a slave to my schedule. So that's okay. If that helps, then that helps. I need to work on my morning routines. I need some system that gets me up and triggers the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, like I've got going on in the evenings. My evening routine, I spent a year getting it put together with lights turning off at the right time and with alarms and all of the things and triggers that make me do something else. Like when I take my pills, then I have to take my melatonin to try and go to sleep, and it's an hour before, and it makes me tired. And I need something like that for the morning, and I haven't figured that out yet. So I've got some learning to do. I've got some experimenting to do, and that's what this is all about, right? This whole summer of self-awareness summer, that's what this is about. I need to figure some things out, and I thought that I was figuring out writing, and it's not just writing. The last week has given me the realization that I also need to work on the basics of living, just the foundation. And once I get the foundation going, I'm hoping that once I hit adversity, it'll be easier to gear back onto the path, and that once that foundation is there, I'll be able to be more consistent. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We will see. Light's green. That's where I think I am. I think that my learning lesson for part 2 of Self-Awareness Summer is that I need to pay attention to more than just what is the best writing schedule for me. I think it's paying attention to all of the things that trigger me not writing, and all of the things that aid me in writing. And that goes back to sort of foundational elements of living: morning routine, evening routine, things that are aids, that are good, that will help. But it's also about being conscientious of what's happening in my life, and not just letting the broken part of my brain react to the adversity negatively. I have to find ways to get back on the road, and I'm hoping that foundational practices will help that happen. So I think that's where I'm going to go for the next part of this. For part 3, I think I'll be looking at how to set up some foundations and how to pay more attention to the weather and to the obligations that I have, and then carve out better times to test writing schedules. So we'll see how that goes. And until then, enjoy some Bobo Bonus. Bye.